Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two between the pre-1961 Bats Boston Red Sox and the Philadelphia A's in Philadelphia. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Leading off, batting third, Jimmy Collins. Batting second and playing second, Pete Reynolds. Batting third, playing center field, Dom DiMaggio. Batting fourth, playing left field, Ted Williams. Batting fifth, playing right field, Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Vern Stevenson. Batting seventh, playing first base, Dick Gurnett. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Billy Conigan. And batting ninth on the mound is the Dutchman, Dutch Leonard. Let's take a look at the hometown Philadelphia A's starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop, Chick Galloway. Batting second, playing third is Frank Home Run Baker. Batting third, playing first base, Double X, Jimmy Fox. Batting fourth, playing center field, Al Simmons. Batting fifth, playing left field, Bob Serve. Batting sixth, playing right field, Bob Johnson. Batting seventh and doing the catching, Frankie Hayes. Batting eighth, playing second base, Max Bishop. And on the mound, doing the pitching for the A's is RUBE Waddell. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started, folks. And leading off here for the Red Sox is Jimmy Collins, batting .321 with 1 homer and 2 RBIs. RUBE Waddell's on the mound. This is his second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3 ERA. And here's the pitch to Jimmy Collins. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Baker's got it. He fires over to first for out number 1. Pete Rowland's up now. And Pete's batting a .190. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And an 8 on a 54. 8 on a 54. That's going to be fielding column 2. That's going to be a strikeout. Hayes is going to have to fire down the first though. Finish it off for out number 2. And that'll bring up Dom DiMaggio. DiMaggio batting a .130, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Red Sox go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. Boston nothing. You got Galloway, Baker, and Fox due up. And Galloway's batting .333 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Galloway out for out number 1. Oh, you got Dutch Leonard on the mound. He's pitched in 2 games. He's 0-1 with a 6.14 ERA. The Dutchman. Now you got Baker up. Baker's batting .343, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit. Let's see here against the lefty. 27. Yep, that's going to be an infield hit for Baker. He gets a board here with a 1 out. The A's got a base runner on for Jimmy Fox. And Jimmy Fox is batting .281, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. 25. And that's going to be popped up down the short. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Fox for out number 2. Now there's 2 outs. And Baker's still down at first for Al Simmons, who's batting .486 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DiMaggio in center. That'll end the inning. The A's strand 1. We go to the top of the second, still no score. You got Williams, Jensen, and Stevenson due up here for the Red Sox. Ted's batting .591, folks, with 4 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Ted for out number 1. And you look at the records of these teams. Boston's 3-3. They scored 25 runs on 11 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught. And the A's are 1-6. They've scored 35 runs, given up 10 homers. Hit 10 homers and haven't stolen a base and haven't been caught. Brings up Jackie Jensen batting $182, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, Jackie does. See how far this ball goes. And that ball splits the gap out in right field. And that'll be a 1-out double. So Jensen's down at second with 1 out. And that brings up Vern Stevens. And Vern's batting .222. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Go ahead and run down at second. Jensen with excellent speed. And that ball's well hit by Stevenson. See how far this goes. That ball is hit into the gap in left field. And that'll score Jensen. And just like that, Boston's got a 1-0 lead. Runner still down at second for Dick Gearhart. Gearhart is 0 for 4 on the year. Here's the pitch to Gearhart. And that's against the lefty. Make him a 19. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to fire over to first. The runner will get down to third, but now there's 2 outs. And Billy Coniger's up. And Bill's batting. First plate appearance for Bill. And in 1909, he batted .296 with a homer and no RBI. How in the hell can you have a homer and no RBIs? Don't make no sense. Huh. Something's wrong with his stats, that's for sure. Let's take a look here. In 1909, let's see how many RBIs he had. He had 36 RBIs. 36 RBIs. So we'll have to go in there and fix that after the game. All right, here's the pitch to Bill. 1 in already. Vern Stevens down at third. Here's the pitch from Rube. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Wild pitch of 2 or 3. And that's going to be a wild pitch. That's going to bring a run in. And it's 2-0 now. And now there's nobody on in 2 outs. And the 1-0 pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a single in the right field. So Bill gets aboard here with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Dutch Leonard. And Leonard is 0 for 3 on the year. And here's the pitch to the Dutchman. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll end the inning. But the Red Sox score 2 and take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the second. We got Serve, Johnson, and Hayes due up here for the A's. Bob Serves hitting .364, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. And that ball is blasted down the third baseline. That's going to be a leadoff double by Bob Serve. So the A's get a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That brings up Bob Johnson. And Bob, he's 0 for 2 on the season. See if Bob can deliver here. Knock in serve, cut this lead in half. And that's going to be an 8 against a 25. And 36 on a 2. That's going to be fielding column 3. And that's going to be hit down the first. Garnett's up with it. He tosses it over to Leonard covering. And Serve will get down the third now with 1 out. And that brings up Frankie Hayes. Hayes is batting .364 on the season. He's got 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Defense is playing back. And that's going to be popped up. 53 on a 7. Make sure here. Let's see. 53 on a 7. It's column number 3. And that's going to be 32. Yeah, 26. That's going to be hit down the second. Pete's up with it. He's going to fire over to first, but Serve will score. And that cuts the lead to 2-1. And Mr. Bishop's up now with a bases empty. And he's batting $174. 2 outs now. Here's the pitch to Max. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vern at short now to win the inning. But the A's get 1 run back, make it a 2-1 ball game. So we go to the top of the third with the top of the order due up here. Got Collins, Rollins, and DiMaggio. And Collins, he grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Simmons in center field for out number 1. Brings up Pete Rollins now. And Pete struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty. 24. That's going to be a fly ball out to Johnson in right field for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the third. And DiMaggio's up. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another strikeout. So DiMaggio struck out twice. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Boston. We got Waddell due up and then back to the top of the order in Galloway and Baker. And Rube is 0 for 2 on the season. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rube out for out number 1. Back to the top of the order we go in Galloway. And Galloway struck out his first time up. Not this time. That's a base hit in the right field. So Chick's aboard here with a 1 out. Tying run down at first for Frank home run Baker. And Baker struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 27 on a 9. And that's going to be popped up. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Baker for the second time. Baker got a single his first time up, rather. And now you got Jimmy Fox. He struck out his first time out. 2 down, Galloway down at first still. And that's going to be a high fly ball in the center field. That ball is deep, folks. How deep is that one going to be? That ball is out of here, folks. Or not. No, against the what? Against the lefty, I make out a 25. That's a 10. That's going to be a single in the center field. Galloway will get down the third. DiMaggio cuts that ball off. He didn't quite square it up. So now we got runners at first and third. And 2 outs as Jimmy Fox thought he got all of that and didn't. So now you got Al Simmons up What happened there? Go back. The runner's supposed to stop at third. Single in the center. And now Al Simmons is up. And Simmons is 0 for 1 today. He's flown out the center his first time up, and that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Williams makes the catch for out number 3. And the A strand, too. We go to the top of the 4th. It's still 2-1 Boston. And you got Williams, Jensen, and Stevenson. Ted struck out his first time up. As you can see, Boston's upcoming schedule. They got one more game here against the A's. Then they go home against Cleveland, and then they go back on the road to New York to play the Yankees. And that's going to be a base on balls. Ted walks on down to first. Lead off batter aboard here for Jackie Jensen. Jensen doubled his first time up, came around to score. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Rube's just walked the first 2 batters. He's got himself in a jam here. The top of the 4th, first and second, and nobody out for Vern Stevens. He doubled and drove in a run his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Simmons got it. Ted will stay put for out number 1. Dick Gearnett is up now. And he grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bob Serve. He's got it for out number 2. Again, the runner's holding. It's up to Billy Kerrigan here. Kerrigan, he singled his first time up. And against the lefty, a 19. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Or pop up down the second, rather. That'll end the inning. So Waddell walks the first 2 batters, but gets out of it. Boston strands them. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still a 2-1 game. We got Serve, Johnson, and Hayes due up here. Bob doubled and came around the score his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That's a no doubt about her. Bob Serve just tied this game up, folks. And it is 2-2. Bob Serve with his 3rd home run of the year. Brings up Bob Johnson now. He's 0 for 1 today. Nobody on and 1 run already in. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out. Hey, Ken Castro joins us here. Yeah, me and you both. I know. I love Bob Serve. He's going off in this so far. He doesn't play every game, but he plays against lefties, and he's been hitting them well. So that's out number 1. Now we got Frankie Hayes up. He grounded out to second and drove in a run his first time up. Here's the pitch to Hayes. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And Jensen's got it for out number 1. Out number 2, rather. Brings up Bishop now. Max grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Collins at third. That'll end the inning. But Bob Serve ties this game up with the homer. So we go to the top of the 5th. It's 2-2. We got Leonard due up, then back to the top of the order, and Collins and Rollins. And Dutch is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. And that'll bring up Jimmy Collins now. Collins is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flew out to right. And that's going to be a fly ball this time out the left. Bob Serve's got it for out number 2. And it brings up Pete Rollins now. And Pete struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball in front of the plate. And Frank Hayes isn't going to be able to handle it. He bobbles that ball, and Pete's going to make it down to first. That's an E2. That keeps the inning alive here for Boston. So the go-ahead run down at first, and DiMaggio's up, and Dom's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Can he get the hat trick here? And that against a lefty, a 22. And that's going to be a fly ball out to serve in left field. Nice catch out there by Serve. And that'll be out number 3. Bob's doing it in the field and at the plate. And that'll be the end of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still tied up at 2 apiece. Rube will be up first, followed by Galloway and Baker. And Rube struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Rube walks on down to first. Not good to walk the pitcher. That's why we don't need no stinking DH. So now Chick Galloway's up with a runner down at first. He struck out and singled his last time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. And all of a sudden, the Dutchman can't find the strike zone. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he gets a hold of this 2-0 pitch, Chick Galloway. And he drives that ball in the right field. And Waddell's going to stop at second. So now you got first and second and still nobody out. The go-ahead run down at second. And Frank Baker's up. Home run Baker has yet to hit one this year. Can he deliver now? He's batting .351 now. He singled and struck out. Here's the pitch to Baker. And that ball is blasted, folks, into, let's see, 20, be a 27. And he doesn't have an L, does he? Nope. So that's going to be a double in the right field. And let's see if Galloway can score from first. I don't think so. Not with nobody out. I don't think he's going to chance it. We'll give it a look here. A 3. So right field of 36. Jensen's got a good arm. He's going to stay down there at third. So that's an RBI double. And that'll put the A's out in front 3-2. Now you got second and third and still nobody out. Now we'll be forced to bring the infield in here in the 5th. And Jimmy Fox is up. Fox is 1 for 2 today. He struck out and single. Can Fox add some insurance runs here? Here's the pitch to Double X. And that's going to be a pitcher. That's a 1 and a 54. That'll probably be fielding column 3. And it is. So that's going to be a rare play. Have to re-roll some dice here. Second and third, 55 on a 37. 55 on a 37. 2, that's going to be hit in the left field. And left field is Williams. He's a 2. And a 15, that'll be fielding column 1. It's going to be a fly ball out to left field. He's going to make the catch. Ted doesn't have that great of an arm. Let's see here. 33 minus the 27 plus the 17, 23. Who's up next? Only be 1 out. Al Simmons. Al Simmons is up next. 23, did I say? That's a 40. He's going to stay put. Give Al Simmons a chance here with second and third with 1 out. So he'll stay put. Doesn't want to get thrown out here. So now there's 1 out and Al Simmons is up. See if Al can deliver here. Simmons is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and the left. And that's going to be against the lefty. I'll make him a 15 on and 7. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And that'll score Galloway and may score Baker. Baker's got good speed out there. 57. It probably won't even be a throw. And there won't be a throw. So that's going to score 2. Simmons with a 2 RBI single. And it is now 5-2 A's. And that's going to get the bullpen up. As the wheels are coming off the card here for the Dutchman. He's given up 3 runs. Still only 1 out. Simmons down at first. And we got Bob Serve up now, who is 2 for 2. He has doubled and homered in this game. Can he keep it up here, folks? And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that's probably going to be a around the horn double play. And it is. And that'll get them out of the inning. The old 5-4-3 double play. But the A's score 3 and take a 5-2 lead into the top of the 6th. You got the big boys coming up here for Boston, though. Williams, Jensen, and Stevenson. Ted's 0 for 1, struck out and walked. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the second strikeout of the ball game for Ted. Unusual game for Williams, striking out twice against RUBE. Brings up Jackie Jensen. He's 1 for 1. He's doubled and walked. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. All of a sudden, RUBE with a 3-run lead is challenging these Red Sox now, going right at them. And that brings up Vern Stevens. He's doubled and drove in a run, flew out the center his other time up. And that's going to be against lefty. That's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Serves got it. And that'll be in the inning. 1-2-3 goes the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 5-2 ball game. And we got Johnson, Hayes, and Bishop due up against Leonard. Bob's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Collins. Well, no, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out for out number 1. And that's the 6th strikeout of the game for Leonard. That brings up Frank Hayes now. He's 0 for 2. Does have an RBI. He's grounded out and drove in a run and flew out to right. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Bishop. Can he keep this inning alive here? He's grounded out to short and third. And we drop the dice and make this an official game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Pete's up with it. Fires over to first. That'll end the inning. A's go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 3-run game. We got Gearnet, Kerrigan, and probably a pitch hitter for the Dutchman. So Dick is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and flew out the right. Sorry, flew out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He's going to take it himself for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. And here's Bill Kerrigan up now. And Kerrigan's 1 for 2. Singled and popped up the second. And that's going to be a single in the right field. So Boston's got a 1-out single. And like I say, that'll be it for the Dutchman. See who's going to come off the bench here. Face RUBE. And Bobby Dorr is going to come off the bench. See what Bobby can do here with a runner on at first. And 1 out, trailing by 3. And Bobby's batting 1,000. He's 1 for 1 on the year. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Rube's walking himself into a mess here. That'll bring the tying run up to the plate. And Jimmy Collins, first and second, 1 out. A's would love to see a ground ball double play here by Collins. He has grounded out the third, flown out to the corners right and left. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Serves got it for out number 2. That brings up Pete Rowlands now with runners at first and second and 2 out. Pete's 0 for 3. He has struck out, flown out the right and reached on an error. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss. Rube gets out of it with no run scoring. We get to the 7th inning stretch. It's 5-2 A's. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Probably going to be Sullivan. He says it's going to be a really, really big show. Frank Sullivan. Yeah, Frank will come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 3-run game. And Sullivan, this is his second appearance. He's pitched an inning and a 2/3. He struck out 1, walked 2, and given up 4 runs. He's got a 21.6 ERA. And Rube's going to stay in this game. He is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked and yet to make contact. And he makes contact this time because we don't need no stinking DH. And that ball is blasted into the gap. That's a 1-hopper off the wall. And Rube Waddell with a leadoff double. Trying to do it all here today. So Waddell is down at second with a double. And that brings up Chick Galloway. Chick's having a good game. He's 2 for 3. He struck out and has singled in the 3rd and 5th. Came around the score. Here's the pitch to Galloway. And that's going to be hit down the short. 51 and a 9. That might be fielding column 2. Barely fielding column 1. And that's going to be a single in single to short. He knocks it down. The runner will get the 3rd though. So infield hit by Galloway. And now it's 1st and 3rd and nobody out for Frank Baker. That's Sullivan's brother isn't getting the job done here, old Frank. He's making it a really big show, and home run Baker's up. He's 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Struck out his other time up. And that's going to be the old dreaded double play. That will let the runner score, though. So that ball is hit down to Pete at second. He fires over the short, over to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play, but the run scores. And it is now 6-2. And Double X is up now with 2 outs and nobody on. And he's 1 for 3. He struck out, singled, and flown out the left. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vern at short. That'll end the inning. But the A's score 1. We go to the top of the 8th. It's a 6-2 ball game. We'll have DiMaggio, Williams, and Jensen due up here against Rube. They'll get the bullpen up if anybody gets on here. DiMaggio's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice, flown out the left. And that's another strikeout. That's a hat trick. DiMaggio struck out 3 times today. That brings up Ted Williams. Ted's 0 for 2. He struck out twice and has walked. And that's going to be another base on balls. Ted walks on down the first with a 1 out, and that'll get the bullpen up. They don't want to mess around and lose this game. They're only 1-6. And that brings up Jackie Jensen. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Came around the score. He's walked and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And they'll get the lead runner. And Jackie beats the throw. The throw's not in time. So now there's 2 outs with Jensen down at first. Yeah, I do that all the time too, Ken. Call them the Phillies. Yeah, exactly. And they're getting the old Ted after that grand slam is right. Yeah. So now you got Vern Stevens up. He's 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. He's flown out the center and the left. And that's going to be another fly ball out the left field. Bob's got it again, and that'll end the inning. And the Red Sox strand 1. The bottom of the 8th we go. It's a 6-2 lead for the A's. And we got Simmons, Serve, and Johnson due up here. Al's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single. He's flown out to center and left his other times up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Simmons is aboard here with a leadoff single. And now Bob Serves up. The runner down at first. And nobody out. And Bob 2 for 3 with that homer and double. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Now, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes Bob out for out number 1. And now you got Johnson up. And Bob Johnson's 0 for 3. He has grounded out the first and struck out twice. And that's going to be hit in the center field. And DiMaggio's out there, and that should be fielding column 1, a 45 and a 3. And it is. And that's going to be a single in the center. And the runner will stop down at second. So now you got first and second. And 1 out for Frankie Hayes. See if Frankie can do something with the runner in scoring position. Already up by 4. Sullivan can't afford to give up any more runs. Sullivan's 0 for 3 with an RBI, grounded out and flown out the right twice. And that's going to be a foul ball back behind the plate. Bill takes the mask off, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down now for Bishop. See if Max can do something here. Max is 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times to second, third, and short. And this one is going to be hit in the right field, but Jackie Jensen's got a beat on it. Makes the catch. And the A's strand 2. We go to the top of the 9th. It's a 6-2 lead. You got Gearnet, Kerrigan, and a pitch hitter for Sullivan due up here. Rube's trying to go the distance. He's got a 4-hit, 2-run game. Got a 4-run lead. Gearnet is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to short. He's flown out the left and grounded out the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Simmons in center field. Yeah, he might go to distances right. Looking good with a 4-run lead, ain't he? And as you can see, like I say, we've already talked about the records. Boston's 3-3. Their batting average is .209, on base percentage 307, slugging 399, and a 706 OPS. And you can see the A's have been hitting. They just haven't been able to put the hitting and the pitching together. They got a 282 batting average, an on base percentage of 354, slugging a 536, and an OPS of 890. But they're still 1-6. Like I say, if they get the hits, the pitching don't show up. If they get the pitching, the hitting don't show up. So now we got Bill up. Bill's 2 for 3. He singled twice and popped up the second. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Johnson's got it for out number 2. And the Red Sox are down to the last out. And who's going to come off the bench to try to keep this game, alive here? And it's going to be Johnny Pesky's going to come off the bench. Try to get on one here. Where's Johnny? There he is. Do we want to do that lefty against lefty? I don't know. Let's look here. Maybe not. Let's go with a righty probably. We're going to go with Frankie Mazzone. But Frank come in here and try to get on board. Go with the righty-lefty matchup. And Frankie is first plate appearance of the year. And in 1957, he batted .292, 15 homers and 103 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 19. And that's going to be swung on and miss. He strikes him out. What a way to end the ball game. RUBE strikes him out, and that's your ball game. The A's win 6-2. Everybody's happy in Philly land and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at this box score, folks. And the A's 6 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. The Red Sox 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. You had Jensen and Stevenson with a hit apiece. Kerrigan was the only one with 2 hits. He had half the hits. Red Sox are 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on base. Look at the top of that lineup. Galloway 3 for 4, Baker 2 for 4, Simmons 2 for 4, and Bob Serve 2 for 4 with a double in the home run. And the A's were 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Like I say, Serve with the home run and the double. Baker and Waddell with doubles. They only left 5 men on base. The Dutchman goes to 0-2, pitches 6 innings, gives up 8 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, struck out 6, gave up that homer, the Bob Serve. Sullivan comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run, struck out 1. And RUBE goes the distance, picks up his first win. He's 1-1. Yeah, it was a nice comeback from the previous game, I'll say. That was a hard way to lose, wasn't it? He goes 9 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, and struck out 10. Let's take a look here at the standings. It's still early, not a lot to look at, but I enjoy doing it. So you got in the American League, the Yankees are a half a game up on the Indians. Orioles and Senators are a game back. Tigers are a game and a half back. Red Sox 2 games back. White Sox 2.5, and the A's 3.5. And in the National League, you got the Pirates and the Braves are tied up. The Reds, Giants, Cubs, and Cardinals all a half a game back. And the Dodgers and the Phillies a game back. But like I say, it's early, folks. Williams leading the American League and the MLB with a .542 batting average. Gehrig and Babe Ruth with 5 homers. Gehrig, Ruth, Simmons, and Williams all with 11 RBIs. And in the National League, Paul Warner with a .409 batting average. Hank Aaron with 4 homers and leading with 13 RBIs. And when the pitching is still no ERA leading. And you got 3 pitchers in the American League with 2 wins. Oh, I'm glad it's back too, buddy. Yep. Yeah, like I say, it's still early though. Yep. Stolen bases. We'll check that out in a second, bud. And you got three pitchers with 2 wins and three pitchers with 2 saves. In the National League, actually the ERA leader has an ERA of 0.56, Bucky Walters. And you got 6 pitchers. 5. Just 5 pitchers tied with 2 wins and 2 pitchers with 2 saves. You got Lou Gehrig leading in the MVP voting. Jack Chesbro for the Best Pitcher Award in the American League. And you got Mr. Castro's Eddie Delaney leading in the MVP voting in the National League. And Dazzy Vance for the Dodgers leading in the Best Pitching category. Let's see here. We'll go to reports and see if we can find out who the leader is in stolen bases. Let's see here. Leaders in batting. Let's see if that report will show that. We can filter by stolen bases. Average on base, games, bats. There's stolen bases. So Sisler in the American League has got, where's stolen bases? Ty Cobb's got 2 stolen bases in the American League. Let's see about the National League. And in the National League, stolen bases. You got your boy, sliding Billy Hamilton with 6 stolen bases, Ken, leading the National League and the Major Leagues, and Ed Delaney with 3 right behind him. Yeah, a lot of 20 plus. Yeah, exactly. He's dominating that. He's been getting on base. And he gets on base, it's almost an automatic stolen base. He's been caught stealing twice, which leads the National League in caught stealings. Bring that up there like that. Oh, no, I don't mind at all, buddy. Yeah, we'll find out what he's hitting. Go to Philadelphia. All righty. Where's the Phillies? There they are. And where's Hamilton at? So in the replay, he's only batting 233 in the replay. Walked 6 times though. So he's got an on base percentage of 361. So yeah, he's got a homer and 1 RBI. And he scored 8 times so far. Oh, Duffy is a beast. Yes, he is. We can take a look at Duffy. I don't think he's hitting very well right now either, if I remember right. Where's Duffy at? Oh, he's batting better than I thought. 382. I thought he was in the 200s. Yeah. Yeah, he scored 8 times so far. He's got 5 RBIs too with that leadoff position. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. 475 on base. Yep. Sluggy percentage of 676 for a leadoff guy. OPS of 1.151. Yeah. How he's batting 750 with runners in scoring position. Take a look here at the Phillies. Whole team here. Let's see here. Cy Williams is leading them with a 500 batting average. Delaney 400. Chuck Klein 379. Spud Davis 367. Frisco Thomas 350. 345, and then it drops down to 250. So look at that. And they've played some games. The only two that haven't played much games is Williams and Jones. So man, they're hitting the ball, that's for sure. Delaney with 2 home runs, Davis with 2 home runs. Williams with 1 home run. He's only had 2 hits. Klein with 1, Hurst with 1, and like I say, Billy Hamilton with 1. Take a look here at stolen bases. Just the 2 with stolen bases. This Hamilton and Delaney. Yeah, we'll take a look at the pitching. Let's see here. We'll go with game starting. So as you can see, the only one really pitching well starting wise is of course it's only 1 game. Duggleby. Alexander, he's pitched 2 games with a 4.5. Sparks 6.25. Then you had Moore and Rockin' Robin. He's got rocked 7.5. Yeah. Lee Meadows got beat up. So did Jim. How many innings? Jim with 5 innings. Kurt Simmons with 5 innings. He's pitched well. But you're right. Here, let's take a look at these guys. Jim, he's a 16. Wish you'd just be able to cycle through here. A 14. I think Jim's the only A pitcher in that bullpen. A 12. I mean, in this league, a 12 is terrible. Forget who has a C pitcher on their roster. It might be the Senators. I can't remember. Somebody's got a C pitcher. Meadows is a 14. Simmons, I think, is like a 15. 14 also. Yeah, I think Washington. I think we're right. I think they got a C pitcher on that ball club. Take a look here. I don't know why goes back to batting. Doesn't keep it. Let's see here. Game started. Yeah, he's a C starter, a 9 and a 13 on Mayberry. Let's see if there's anybody else. There's Bob Newsom. He's an 8. Yeah, I thought these Senators had a sad bullpen. Porterfield, he's a 14. And what's old Zachary? He's a 14. So 1C out of the bullpen and 1C if he started. What is he when he's not a starter? He's a 13 when he's not a starter. Let's take a look at the Brownies here. Got them as Baltimore. There's a 14. Old Gray. Hamilton's a 16. Kramer's a 12. Milt, I know he's way up there. And Milt's a 13. Not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought. And George, what's George look like? He's a 15. Yep. Yeah, Pappas only a 13. I was surprised. I thought he'd be up there around a 16 or 17. Of course, that probably was his rookie year. 19 years old. What year was it? 59. Let's see here. Let's see. No, 58 was his rookie year. Yeah, 58 was his rookie year. You want to see anything else, Ken, buddy? You can take a look at the Phillies' upcoming schedule. Let's see here. That's the Yankees. Milwaukee. And there's the Phils. They got 2 games against the Pirates coming up. And then they go home and play a 3-game series against the Cardinals. Then the Reds come to town, and then the Braves come to town. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Anytime. Yeah, anytime I'm on here and you want to look at something, just let me know. I don't mind at all. I enjoy it. What it's here for. That's what it's here for. Look at the team batting. Oh, that's each team's batting. I thought it was actual team batting. Let's see here. Probably be under this league batting. Yeah, there we go. So let's see here. Go with batting average. So right now the A's has got the best batting average, 288. Orioles are batting 272. Senators, how about that, 252? Well, hell, they don't got it in order here. Oh, yeah, they do. Yankees only batting 233. How about here in the National League? It's not going to let me filter them. What the heck? Huh. There we go. Phillies batting 274, leading the National League in batting. The Braves 256, Pirates 251, Giants and Reds 235, 234. Let's look at home runs here. The Giants with 16 homers, the Braves with 12, Dodgers and Reds with 9, Phillies and Cubs with 8, Pirates with 5, and the Cardinals with 4. The Yankees powering their way, trying to 15 homers, and the Indians 13, Red Sox and Senators 9, Orioles and A's 8, White Sox 6, and the Tigers 3. Let's see here. Stolen bases. White Sox with 2, Tigers with 2, Yankees and Senators with 1. And the Phillies 9. Look at that. Giants and Pirates 1 apiece. Look at the pitching. Let's see who's leading in ERA. The Yankees with the, that ain't right. You got a 330 team down there. The Senators. There we go. Senators with a 330 ERA. The Yankees doing it with pitching. 344. Tigers 367. Orioles 416. White Sox 448. Indians 456. Red Sox 478. And the A's 482. How about here in the National League? The Cubbies with a 313. Cardinals 383. Everybody else over 4. Reds 424. Dodgers 444. Braves 461. Giants 463. Phillies 472. And the Pirates a 552. Let's see here with complete games. Who has the most complete games? Yankees, Orioles, and Senators with 9. White Sox 8. Indians and A's with 8. Red Sox 7. And the Tigers 7. The Braves and Dodgers with 9. The Cubbies, Reds, and Giants with 8. Phillies with 7. Cardinals with 6, and the Pirates with 5. How about shutouts? Nobody's been shut out in the American League. No shutouts. The Braves and Reds have shut out one team apiece. Who's got the most strikeouts? The Cubbies have struck out the most with 39 in the National League. And the Red Sox have 48 strikeouts. A's right there with 35. Giants 37. Braves 36. Dodgers 34. Reds 33. Phillies 31. Cardinals 29. And the Pirates only 11 strikeouts. Alrighty, I want to thank Ken Castro for joining us here today. We're going to have game number 3 of this series. It'll be Cy Young going up against Mr. Chief Bender. See what kind of game we'll have then. Pretty sure this was a 3-game series. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. It'll be Cy Young going up against Bender on the 26th. I don't think they play on the 27th. Nope. So that'll be our next game. Will be Cy Young going up against Chief Bender, folks. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Philadelphia, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.